My significant other said something along the lines of, uh, "Oh, you got to protect your computer from COVID-19 now too." Huh?
Yeah.
You gotta put a mask on it.
I haven't checked it since the pandemic started. I didn't even think that it might catch COVID. No,
What
Hello, everyone. Here we are for the Skytear Sunday, and I'm Rafa Nunes, and with me there are two good friends of mine. One of them is Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be here.
I'm fine. What about you?
Good, good, good.
And with us, a very, very big fan of the Niptings. I present you guys Michael.
Hey guys, how's it going? Happy to be here.
Yep. So, what do you guys expect for this game today? Two good friends of mine. One of them is Chris. Hello, Chris.
So for this game, I think what we can expect is a lot of just crazy, off the wall, uh, ridiculous combos, counterplay, a lot of really big, splashy plays. This is nuts Skytear, right? Like if you're familiar with League of Legends, this is Earth Skytear.
Yeah, these deck lists are pretty spicy. Um, do you want to go into the deck lists
Ye-
or
yes, I can show some deck lists.
yeah?
And this one is Calibra's, if I'm not sure, if I'm not wrong.
Is it the one with all the one mana cantrips? Not.
Yes, this is Calibra's for sure.
Yep. So he is playing all the one mana cantrips. We did ban the Gather Storm, Overflow, and Nature Reclaims from the deck list, so you cannot play those. But you still have all the one mana cantrips. So essentially, he can just play all those, and those are just all non cards, and they kind of have an effect, I guess, that would matter in the game. But he's just trying to draw into certain cards. And if you look at the far right, it's all just burn, and that would be for Sethru. And you also see the presence and all the predict cards that will just get rid of cards he doesn't want to draw. And it would let him draw into Skytear Drain, and he wants to do three of those on turn one on his opponent. So that's his objective.
Ooh,
Uh,
sounds
Is
interesting.
So discard the
that is
entire
a
hand.
brutal that is a brutal strategy.
Yes.
Just from a me standpoint, that just sounds brutal.
Yes. It sounds very, very brutal. I wonder if it's going to work though. He has the refracts also, but it looks like you have a lot of counterplay with Mouse's deck with Ice Walls, Chasm, I guess just Reeve, Dodge,
So we are
Psychic
looking at
Shield.
Mouse's deck now.
Yeah, so you he does have quite a bit in refract, so you can refract it back. Redirect. I guess you can't redirect Skytear Drain though. But if he doesn't have a hand, if he doesn't have those certain cards, I think he just won't have a hand. Then he won't be able to play the game. He'll just use his heroes. So that's my take on it. I played against Kalibra's deck, and it was pretty brutal. And this was without infinite mana.
Oh
Let,
man, I I, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
let's just
So
hope.
looking at Mouse's deck, we can see here he's got a massive influx of three drops, looking to capitalize on the unlimitedness of the mana. So we see two very distinct strategies. We see the really big and tall strategy right here, and then we see the basically the cantrip engine, right? The I'm gonna draw all the cards engine.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously we couldn't have things like Gathering Storm and Nature Reclaims in because that would be too much value. But with things like swiftness and not so fast and amulet of immovability, like all these cantrips might actually amount to as much value, if not more, because they actually themselves provide value. So it'll be really interesting to see which of these strategies comes out on top. It'll be really interesting to see where these strategies go. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to jump into some Skytear.
Yep. Let's definitely get ready. Get
And
racking and rolling.
do we have some special rule for Skyter Flux?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yes. So the flex, I think we determined grants an additional action that has not been taken in that round, and in that way, it still kind of performs the early game value that a Skytear flex would normally, without being too off the walls bonkers. Because we want all the off the walls bonkers stuff to happen in the card plays.
for sure.
Okay, great. So I'm going to change the screen for the game, and I guess we can start watching the guys playing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so I need 5 or 10 seconds to do that because I have some nice video made by Orchestra Studio, and I'm gonna show it and then go to the main game. And I hope the audio is working. And if you guys want me to change the cameras or anything, please let me know. Okay, you guys can start talking now. And someone
All
can
right.
turn the victory conditions. Yes.
Went ahead and signaled our players, so they will be starting soon. I believe I don't know who won the dice toss, but we can see here. Oh, they're tossing the dice now.
Yes, there.
we got a 12 from Mouse.
Yep, and then Kalibra
Not
looks
12.
like an 8. So Mouse is going to win that toss. And do you want to go first or second here? I feel like you want to go first, right? As
Calibra wants
the
to go
flex gives
first.
you an additional action early on in the game, but also you want to get that you want to get the jump on your opponent.
Yeah, I'm looking at the VCs here, and one of them can literally happen first activation potentially. Well, no, sorry, I would say last activation because
Are
it
you
might
are
be
you
dangerous.
thinking
Yeah.
showdown?
Yep. Yep.
I could see showdown happening first turn.
Yeah, showdown can happen.
Mm-hmm.
This
This
is
actually,
actually this is really a really interesting set of victory conditions because that's really the only one that could go off first turn. The rest of them need to happen either during the outsider's turn or or on a subsequent turn. And especially since all of the ridiculousness is going to happen outside of the outsider's turn, I don't know that we're going to see really big outsider plays. We do see the Scourge of Pluto selected as the outsider.
Yes, this adds some fun to the game
mm-hmm.
if
Yeah.
it
Well,
comes into play.
yeah. I can see though if it does come into play and no one's won, that would be the best time to go for Tamer and get 2 kills with Tamer because it's a lot easier to do that with the Scourge, and there's no card interaction during that phase. So it might be a potential win condition.
That's true. That's very, very true. And with the number of 3 drops that Mouse is running, I think he has the advantage here for that.
Yep. Did you see
We do
presence in this list
see.
though?
I did. Well, in Mouse's list,
Is he
I
running presence?
didn't. I don't think I did.
No, he
I don't
doesn't.
know. I don't have his list. I've got Calibra's list. I don't have Mouse's list.
No, he doesn't have. He doesn't have presence. So Kalibra has 3 copies of presence, and he could cast all 3 to win the dome if he wanted to. If he drafts
That's
that hero.
impressive. That's impressive. We do see the first draft for Mouse is going to be Yami. So Yami is going to be his leader, and therefore the probably the primary target for Calibra that first round.
And Kalibra is thinking a
It's going
lot.
to be interesting what he picks here because he wants to pick a leader, right? Basically, he's being forced to choose whether he wants Satheru to be his leader or some like Nelaquin would be a good leader here, I think, because he also gets the mage bonus from being well for power cards. Oh,
Taking
maybe
Shader.
he's gonna go for Shadris. Yeah, looks like Shadris is going to be his leader. That's an interesting pick for a leader because Shadris is literally one of the ones that can that can dodge Showdown.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's probably why. Um,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, it's easier to dodge Showdown with Shadris as not the leader than or is it is it easier to
I
maybe
don't
it's
know.
not.
People were saying that it is, and I don't know. I've never tried it. I don't understand. So,
It's this is already promising to be quite an interesting take on a game, and we are not four drafts into what's happening here.
so I have a question. When you do showdown, like if say his illusion, Shaders' illusions out, he soaks the HP up, dies from a Yami attack. Does it count as showdown?
No, no. The from what I understand, the killing blow has to be dealt by the enemy leader, and Shadris's effect um, is a damage replacement. So if let me verify that real quick. Shadris may lose the same amount of HP instead. So he's not actually taking damage; he's just losing health. So I believe it would not count for the showdown, and that's one of the reasons why
Mm-hmm.
Shadris got his showdown really well. Let me
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and copy paste Shadris over to the. There we go. Yeah.
Can you guys remove um, the extra PVs so I can start and go with the string? I mean the
Michael's got you.
the overlay. Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying over here. Uh, who else don't we have?
So we
We
don't.
don't have.
It was Iskatosk, so 17 under shades.
Yeah,
And we don't have Nell and Miyuki over here.
Oakland and Yugi.
And yep, there we go.
I forgot to hide the chat, so let me do it
Sweet.
very very quick. So
So Mouse got the flux.
Yep. So as I mean, it makes sense, right? Like he's got a bunch of splashy plays. He kind of wants to get those off early, and he gets an extra action, which is in a move, lead, attack turn is an additional skirmish or an additional. Um,
Michael, could you please move the victory conditions a little bit so I can check if the overlay is gonna work or not? This overlay really really doesn't like me.
Try clicking the refresh. There we go.
Yep, it's working now. Thank you very much.
Yay! Very good. Very good.
My very very proactive friends here, and I hope the camera is good enough. If it's not, please let me know and I will try my best to fix it.
It's never good enough.
It is for sure.
So I'm checking out the deck list from the draft for Kalibra. It looks like he has 3 copies of Amulet, uh, 3 copies of Heightened Senses, 3 Karuma's Judgment, 3 Nightmares Incarnate, 3 Not So Fast, 3 Refract, 3 Shatter Mind, 3 Swiftness, 3 Twister of Souls, 3 Where Faith Falls, 3 Whisper of Nupton, and 3 Wind Blasts. So it looks like he's just going the burn plan and not the Skytear Drain plan.
And he did drop three Where Faith Falls a heightened sentences, and an Eye of the Storm into his discard. So lots of value being tossed away. And it looks like Mouse dumped a Sudden Distraction and an Ice Wall. So we can probably expect he has at least one other Ice Wall. And it looks like he's opening up with Aqua, with a move and a worship. And that pillar is going to get placed right there. Probably to block the extra play. Not always like the area control game between Newtons and Towlot is definitely very real. But I don't know that I agree with this opener from Mouse.
So I'm gonna go over his deck list real quick.
And I definitely don't agree with his play now. Oh my gosh. See,
Yeah.
This is what happens when you're out of the game as long as you've been, as long as I've been. Is you forget little things like how Ekrit can just push Aqua right out of the way, and now not only. Oh, but that's true. That's true. If Aqua does get pushed out, there's an Ishitask right there.
Yeah, he can bring him back, but he's kind of in the way too. And he just took a bunch of damage on both heroes.
That's a lot of damage. It's true.
Yeah, that's some value right there. But let me go over Mouse's deck real quick. So he has 2 copies of Blazing Edge, 3 Chasm, 2 Dodge, 2 Dragon Punch, 3 Ice Wall, 2 Lifesteal, 3 Lure the Tainted, 2 Psychic Shield, 3 Rampant Hatred, 3 Reeve, 3 Sinkhole, 3 Soul Scream, 3 Sudden Distraction, and 2 Wind Blast. So it looks like just a lot of reactive cards and damage, which is not a bad idea, in my opinion. But yeah, that first play was pretty devastating.
I feel like I remember seeing a lot of blue in Mouse's deck. Does he have a lot of blue still?
So he has the Chasm and the Suddens and Ice Wall.
Ice Wall, right?
So those aren't bad. I don't know if the Sudden Distraction matters at all, other than maybe winning the Outsider. But yeah, the other 2 reaction spells are pretty good, but the one doesn't really work with Ekrit out. So
yeah, I was sitting here and I was thinking, like, for his Ice Walls and Chasms and Sudden Distractions to work out for him, he's got to make sure that his Ishitask is like in the exact correct spot.
we usually play the ultimates on turn 1 too. Yeah. That's so fun.
That is awesome. That is so cool to see. So for folks who are not familiar with the game, which, I mean, you all probably are, Ishitask's ultimate is from below. It says place Ishitask adjacent to a pillar, and then you may spawn 2 friendly minions. So that's what we saw him do right here, was place Ishitask adjacent to a friendly pillar, and then move back into the dome.
Yep,
and attack the Ekrit illusion.
Makes sense.
That's pretty solid. That's going to make it so that Kalibra's Nuptons are going to be just a little bit shakier with that gone. Also, can we talk about how Kalibra's sitting here playing Nupton? Like, what happened while I was gone?
I don't know. He's got Nupton and Talent together, which are like the 2 opposites.
I mean, we're gonna overlook how gross that is, because Neliquin is basically an honorary Nupton.
Yes.
But that's something got shifted. Like he's not running Ishitask, he's not running Akimo. Is this even Kalibra? I feel like I'm watching. I feel like I'm watching myself play play a game.
Have you ever played with
Uh,
Nelson?
I have played with Nelaquin.
Oh,
I was one of the original folks that played rock paper scissors.
oh, okay. For Ash and Pass,
Nelaquin was
though.
huge in rock paper scissors.
That was an Ash and Pass deck, though, right?
It was an Ashen Fast deck, yes. I tried to retrofit it for 2 lane, and it did not work out.
Yeah,
Speaking of not working out, we see Satheru here getting activated. Everyone knows that Satheru skips leg day every day.
So have they played cards yet? Just
They
the
have,
from
they have
below.
Yeah.
only played the From Below. They have infinite mana and a giant pile of resources and have played one card. This has been standard Skytear from the get. I thought we were all sitting here thinking this was going to be over real quickly, and they are being very methodical.
Yeah, I think it's
Like in
gonna take.
terms of, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, okay. I just think it's gonna take the right time, the right moment. Then you'll just see all these cards going off all at once. I
Speaking of which, we do see Satheru here with a, I think that was a skirmish. No, that was a move. A move into a not so fast on Yami, which is going to hinder her minion killing abilities just slightly.
Yeah, maybe not. Oh yeah, because the if he does spawn the minions farther away from a skirmish,
Well,
definitely can
and that
stop her from doing that. Her ability.
Yami hasn't activated yet is the thing.
Oh
But
wow,
also,
yeah.
Yeah.
like the last minion in that lane is 2 hexes away.
You're right.
And so Mouse here is going to have to spend a move, then a skirmish, then attack. And is not going to be able to get to lead with Yami, which
Is that
is
worth it?
devastating.
I guess he's just trying to draw new cards.
That's true. I mean, that he got a lot of value from that. It's not so fast though, too. But yeah, he's using them for cantrips, so
Yep.
they
Oh,
do have their use. Yep,
down comes a Shatter Mind
he's doing the
from
burn
Savaria
plan.
for 4 damage.
Yep,
That's
he's
going
going for
to
showdown. He's going for showdown.
That's, I mean, that's not surprising, right? Like, this is Kalibra here. At the same time, like,
Yep, it's gonna be a pretty quick game here. I think.
oh my
Unless he's
gosh.
ice wall. Ooh,
Here
The
it comes.
snapback ice wall. That's another thing that we haven't talked about is how many instant speed direct damage spells there are. And ice wall only protects for 1 round. So Satheru can stop casting spells. Next turn, pick it back up casting spells like Nightmares Incarnate.
hmm I think it's just only that, right? Though is nightmares. He has Twister. I guess Lure. So there are. Oh, well, Lure of the Tainted wouldn't work. Never mind. That's the other deck.
Lure of the Tainted would be ridiculous. You throw down the Lure of the Tainted from Shadris and then walk up, burn someone, shove them out of the way.
Yeah, you need to mark though, right?
Well,
Um.
Shadris marks on his worship, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, shades. You're talking about shades. I was thinking Sether. Yeah, I guess it does still work when you have shades.
From Satheru, it would work as well because you could Lure of the Tainted with Satheru and then mark with Shades, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's still legal play. But
Yep.
Kalibra doesn't have that. Kalibra has Shatter Minds and Nightmares Incarnates for all the damage.
So I'm wondering why he didn't choose to run lure.
I'm wondering why he skirmished.
Because he does have Kurumo's Judgment, but doesn't have Lure of the Tainted. I think I guess Kurumo's Judgment does the same amount, but it's not a reaction. If you're casting with shade, well, no, because you get the flip too. So it would be more damage with the Lord of the Tainted. Because you only can mark typically one person in his list.
It's probably because there was no guarantee that there would be a marker out there. But I suppose you could throw them onto shades.
Oh, I guess if you cast multiple Kurumo's Judgments, though, it's like it marks all of them, then you play the next one, it does 3 to everybody. And then.
Oh, yes.
So, or 4 to everybody with Shades. Or Seth, I mean.
Oh, man, this would be the perfect format to play that, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just throw down. Oh, gosh. See, it's been a while, so all the cards are not in my mind anymore.
Yeah, it's just you don't typically see plays like that either, unless you're playing like Nelliclin Mind Palace. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm also a little surprised we don't see a fire chick. That person. You guys know
Kumaya?
who I'm talking about. Kumaya. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little surprised we're not seeing a Kumaya here, because turn 1 Void Palace would be pretty ridiculous, especially with the ruling on Sinkhole. You can Sinkhole Sinkhole Void Palace, and now you've trapped an enemy in the Void Palace. Like, they're gone.
Oh, because you don't
That's the
sinkhole
remainder of the game.
yourself.
Sorry?
You sinkhole yourself so that you don't go into the Void Palace, and then they
Yep.
get stuck, and then you don't
Mhm.
worship.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. That's so bad.
Yeah. That was one of the combos that came out of not last spoiler, but when her ability was spoiled, that was one of the rulings that was made.
Wow.
And we all expected to see it at Worlds, and then it didn't show up because Rampant Hatred was just that good.
I haven't actually had recent success with Rampant Hatred after the nerfs with it. It just doesn't feel like good anymore, and you're not. I don't know. It's still a 3 mana +1, but it's just so hard to have all your heroes like, or at least 3 of them, in the same area, especially on 2 lane or 3 lane. It might be
Sounds like
better on
it's
the
properly
Ashland.
costed now. Then, just personally.
It's more fair now, so I guess yeah.
Oh, I'm sitting here rambling away. We've got Akimo playing a double Lure of the Tainted after a Blazing Edge.
Ugh.
Sorry to interrupt, but we've got a breaking story of an Akimo who's about to smack someone for 12 flip. And damn, that is gonna be that's a dead accurate. That's a dead accurate.
Maybe he should have used Akimo as his leader. I don't know. Like, if you're making those plays.
You're right. Like, he still has Yami. Why didn't you just activate Yami? And well, no, that wouldn't. No. Ignore me, guys.
Well, how much? Oh, because Shadris. It would be hard to do that to Shadris, right?
Yeah, it would be very difficult. That Ekarit is not going to survive, though. Like, very little chance. I do not have faith.
So that's 4.
Oh, that is a huge hit. Oh gosh, that is 9 damage.
Was that 11 from the orders? Or no? What's the
went
math?
From 16 to 11. Got hit for 5. Yeah, 5 because of armor. So now she's taking 9.
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah. -2.
9. Down.
She's at 3.
So, oof. And Akino still has an attack available. and that's what he's doing.
Yep, that's
And
dead. Thinking.
Kalibra is thinking here. I don't know. Oh, the whisper from Shadris. Oh, this might save him, but it also might be a big mistake because Yami still hasn't activated, and Shadris's ability is a I lose it all ability. It's not affected by armor.
So that's
So that is a
8.
6, 7, 8, and 9 damage.
Oh, 9. Is it?
It's 9 because Akimo gets the +1 because he's hitting an accurate.
Yep.
Is marked. So Shader is taking it all. They don't know that it's.
Well, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's just 9 or 8.
Yeah, it is 9, but
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it is 9.
Yeah, he only took 8 though, because.
Yeah, he should be at 8.
Oh, right. Well, no, the honor doesn't count if Shade's ability.
Well, it takes the damage that the hero would have taken, so 8, right?
What was it? Oh, it was a 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
It minuses the
Right.
armor, I think. So it would just take not Shadris' armor, but the armor of Ekrit. She would take
right.
8 damage from that.
No, it wouldn't take Ekrit's armor into account either, because it's the damage that's being prevented, not the HP loss. Like the damage is dealt regardless of armor, and then armor reduces the amount of HP loss. But I was doing bad math. I thought that he flipped a +2. Oh wait, no, he did flip. No, he didn't. Okay, my bad. Ignore me. So yeah, so we've got a Shadris that is down to 9, and a Yami that hasn't activated.
Yeah, I'm wondering how Kalibra is going to pull this off if he is. He's low on cards even. He's got 3 cards. I guess Mouse only has 1. So it looks like they're probably trying to just dome pile because you need that Scourge. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose the Scourge. It's too deadly, and I think Mouse then just has the advantage by going first next round too. If none of these happen, I just don't see Yami killing Shadris very easily. She can.
Yeah,
She could.
Oh, that's a good point. If Mouse does win the Scourge, he can very easily pull off Tamer, because of Ekrit's low health.
Mm-hmm.
Like I almost think it would have been better if Ekrit had gone ahead and died, but because of Ekrit's low health, now Mouse doesn't need to focus on Ekrit. He can focus on Sateru, and then Kalibra has the really unfortunate choice of deciding whether he wants Sateru to take it or he wants Shadris to take it. And the reason he would want Sateru to take it in that instance is because of leader, right? Because of Showdown. But allowing either of them to get too low is really detrimental with the Scourge available.
I almost think that Kalibra is just going to dome pile and then win it because Akla is outside the dome and cannot go in.
Out.
Yeah, there's no cards that he can actually use to get him back in there. So He's almost guaranteed if he knows, like, he knows that he can have it, so he can just move in, just dome pile. I think that's what we're gonna see here.
I think he's going to try to dump pile and then
Yep.
suicide Childress
Hmm.
with Siphon, and then Childress will be at full HP.
True. Yeah,
So,
Spirit Siphon, and
yep,
then his the other Reckless Fury attack could just suicide it easily.
yep.
And we could see a tamer with Kalibra. Who knows? But that's my
I'm
bet.
sitting here thinking Aqua still hasn't activated. Aqua's activated and
Yep.
is the one with Mouse's lead on it.
Yeah.
So you guys are very, very possibly correct. Like we haven't seen Yami activate, right? But we also haven't seen Shaders activate. And yeah, if Mouse doesn't lead with Yami, I think it's very easily.
But
Of course, that's the trade off, though, right? Is Yami moves into the dome, leads, probably does a little bit of damage to Satheru,
Yeah.
and then Kalibra has to decide between the lane or the dome. Obviously, he's going to go for the dome because he has
Oh.
to see his payoff.
this hurts.
Oh
Oh.
Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus Christ!
This
Soul
hurts.
I'm like
Scream
sitting here
from
doing.
Yami.
Oh man!
Oh. That's like he just set himself up for Soul Scream. Like, that's just unfortunate. Oh man. Does he have something? He has Shader Assault.
Oh my
Nonchalant
gosh!
Surge.
Oh,
Oh my god, I don't even know what's happening here. Let's see. We'll see. Oh, he pushes her out.
Wow!
Yep.
yep.
You could almost bring the template out and show it, but yeah, there's the arrow and then the straight line that he makes, and he's putting it on Shadris. Wow, that's perfect. That hurts. That was his last card. So Mouse was empty-handed,
Yeah.
and that was the perfect counter to that Soul Scream.
I was actually
That is
expecting. I was actually expecting Akla to sinkhole himself to the dome.
I don't.
oh,
Yeah,
that would have been good too.
I
Yeah.
don't think he had sinkholes though in his list.
But I was
Was the thing.
expecting.
Oh no, he does. He does. He does.
Okay.
He does. He does. He does. Yeah. So he doesn't have the sinkhole. So now we know he did
Now we
have a.
know.
He did actually have a way in if he had the sinkhole.
Doesn't he need to move Satheru?
Yeah, I think you have to push all your heroes. Does it say that? Yeah, each hero and minion.
Hey, we got 4 people watching. Hi, people.
Is they? Is anybody talking in chat? I didn't actually look.
Nah, it's a pretty quiet chat.
We have Leozars dabbing. Well, it was probably me they're talking about. There was like an echo. I was trying to find which window I had open that was.
It's all good. I also had to do that. So.
Yeah, I just muted it. So hey Leozars.
Hi.
So are they moving Seth?
Hey, we got 5 people watching. That's probably you, C-Dubs.
Yeah, that's probably me. Are they moving him?
So, did Kalibra die or something?
Yeah, he's not moving.
No, I don't think Kalibra is dead. But Okay, so he did lead from the deck.
Are you gonna ping the Seth
If he had
there?
led with that Soul Scream, it probably would have forced Kalibra's hand. But I also don't know that that would have been a perfect plan.
Michael, can you ping the Seth there?
Yeah. Oh.
They probably don't know it. It should be, right a straight line behind Nelliclin. Probably.
I tried to text him.
There we go. Yep, there. We're good.
Woo! Yeah. Go us.
Port State has been restored.
Sweet. Because if there's anything that needs to be preserved in this game specifically, it is the accuracy with which rules are applied.
Hey, we go by rules here, man. Infinite
We
man,
do. We
the
do.
rules. So, are you
I do
predicting?
like this format. I think with a little tweaking, this format could be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just wonder how you get your cards back. You like pile on a bunch of cards and then you don't have any cards left.
Yeah, we haven't we haven't made it to the end of the round where the players I think draw 4 or 3.
It's
I think it's
two.
4.
You draw two. Oh, they're doubling it. Oh, they do draw a bunch more. We didn't actually explain that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
They draw a bunch at the end of the round,
It's draw
so
Okay,
4.
that
it's four.
so
It's
We
that
just tripled
card
it.
dumping like this, so that we
Plus,
get intense, really intense
plus the
games like
control
this.
token draws too, and
Hmm.
and then kill draws. So yeah, they'll refill if the
Yep,
game doesn't just end.
it was almost draw 5 at the end, or draw up to 7.
Yeah, but you get the control token draws, so you don't need it. I'm surprised you didn't go for the extra card draw. Just like go, like move Satheru over or Nelliclin over, attack minion, like go in the dome, stuff like that. I always like to do that. Just get the free control token that no one's going for.
Yeah,
Like,
that's part of the strategy of Skytear. That's that's part of the fun of Skytear too. Really, is the chess like nature of it.
for sure. So what are we seeing here? Oh, Shane
Kalibra always cheating with that card draws deck. Leozar is calling out Kalibra.
he just shoved out Yami.
Ooh, that is a pushy deck.
Yeah, he's got. That's why he has Ekrit and Shadris. And then
That is.
they all do. I think every single hero has a purpose.
Oh no! No, what just happened?
What happened?
They're gonna have to go back. The table just disappeared.
That's great. Let's try to fix the camera again.
The HUD, I don't know if it's gonna work
I
though.
brought back the board.
In, and
I
Please
don't
do
know.
not lock
the string
the
overlay is probably gone.
Did he flip the table?
It's too easy to kill the board that way.
Okay, guys, no string overlay anymore. Oh,
Oh yeah. I was just
String
seeing.
overlay?
Nope,
it's
it doesn't work.
it's just
It's
too bugged.
it's dead. It's dead. that's what happens if you have to reset. So sorry, guys. We'll have to watch a raw stream of Skytear. No HUD.
Yes, that's kind of old school, but we can
Yeah.
survive that.
hmm So he's going for showdown, maybe.
That's kind of insane.
So he's got Scourge. He looks like he's trying to move into Yami. Yep. Probably gonna drain or attack. Yeah, attack.
Attacking before the drain is kind of interesting.
He doesn't want to get shades too low, maybe, because he's not going first. So it's a little scary losing half there. And a little bit less half, I guess, is better. It'd probably just be better to Spirit Siphon if he gets lucky on the flip. It's going to take very little damage then. Yep, he's going to do the Reckless Fury, and where he does 3+ a flip damage to the attacked
I
hero, and
suppose it's
then
going to be 4
1+,
minus 1,
so
and
2.
then okay, so Satheru and or Shades in a little bit of trouble, but not too much. Not too much.
Well, they're right
The
next to each
assassin
other.
can't get to him the first round, which is the most important.
Yeah, but do you think
Or
Yami could
can't get
Blazing
to him
Edge?
easily.
Yeah, he has Blazing Edge in his deck. He just Blazing Edge and then like do something. Yami can just destroy Shadris.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because we saw Blazing Edge round
And
1.
we
Oh
do
no.
see our players with nearly full grips or full grips in Kalibra's case.
Mm-hmm.
And Mouse still hasn't taken his extra action.
So didn't Mouse win the lane 1? Wouldn't he have drawn an extra card, or did? Or no, he did. So he went to 4 and then draw 1. Okay, we're set. And then we remove the brown token round 2, but that doesn't matter for mana. So
They both should be at 7 cards again, right? Am I right?
Mouse should be at 5 because he dumped his hand and he drew 4
Yes,
plus 1.
that's 4+1, yeah.
Yeah.
And
and
Kalibra should
Kalibra
be
got
at
And then
6.
two.
Libra should be at 7 because he had 3. He drew 4 and then 1 for the dome and then discarded 1.
We just carded a Whispers. Okay.
I believe so.
Or something.
I'm just asking because we can't see it anymore from the overlay, so that's why I'm asking.
Can you look at Mouse's discard pile
Yeah.
and see if there's a Blazing Edge or 2 Blazing Edges in there?
There is 1 Blazing Edge, 2 Blazing Edge.
Okay,
There are
so
2 Blazing Edges.
he's out of Blazing Edge, I think, because I think he only was running 2. Yeah, there's just 2 in the list.
Oh, wow. So he has 5 cards to try to kill off Shades or get Yami to a safe place.
I guess he can still Soul Scream. What else? I'm just trying to figure out what Yami can use to kill his Shadris.
Do you
So it
guys
does
think?
look like we've got Ishitask.
Do you guys think we are going to have a turn 3?
No,
No.
turn 2 for sure, but turn 3 maybe. I thought it was gonna be a turn 1 and didn't see that.
Turn 2 is too much already, right? We was expecting it to happen on turn 1.
Mm-hmm. So he's count for using Iskatosk.
Yes, and worshipping.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, he's dragging his assassin outside. That is going to be a very scary location for Shadris.
yes.
He's kind of like blocking him. It's like, you're not going anywhere, Shaders.
I'm not entirely sure Kalibra is upset with that.
No, I don't think.
I think he's going to
Yami's
try.
pretty low.
I think Kalibra is going to try to kill now.
Yeah.
Like first activation.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kalibra would have a better opportunity if he took Shades and ran into the bush where the Satheru illusion is, and or move near the Satheru illusion with
Yeah.
something that would let him jump into the bush.
Move around that way, like scrim. But he probably might be safer in the dome with all his other heroes too, just because they have mana. Or I guess runes would
That's
be
the colors, right? It's
would
the
be the
colors
rune
yeah.
that matter.
If this were a normal game of Skytear, I'd absolutely agree that running into the dome and obtaining access to 4 pools of mana or 3 extra pools of mana to protect him is a good idea. But these pools are bottomless this game.
Deeper than the Marianas Trench.
Deeper than the Marianas Trench. Deeper than the Thoughts by Jack Handy.
So we have a
It does
refract.
look refract. Oh, from the Rampant Hatred. There was a Rampant Hatred that was played by the Ishitask. That would be really big, and it looks like Shades is trying to dodge it.
He might attack. Well, he gets the +1 right on Yami, so he might be able to try to kill her.
Yes, he would get a +1 on the attack, and then
Couldn't
he would
kill,
get to move 2 hexes.
but it hits a +3. She's at 1.
But he can then move to the bushes, avoiding.
Yeah. Yep.
No, it wouldn't. He wouldn't be avoiding anything though.
The first rampant though, because you have to target when you take skirmish actions now.
Oh, it doesn't target when it's played. It targets when the action gets added to the stack.
Yep.
Very good, very good. I totally forgot about that.
He's still getting a 4+ on Shades here on the second skirmish. He had to do that or he was gonna die. So that's a 5. So
Again,
3.
I'm not entirely sure that would have been a bad thing because this is Ishitask, right?
Yeah, and it's Shaders. Like Shaders
It's,
still not taking much at all, like from a 4+.
the attack does nothing. So, Shadris basically has to book it out of there.
Yami's at 3 though.
But probably Yami has a Nightmares Incarnate or something.
Extra action.
Yes.
He uses his action. He knows he has to use it. He's gonna move.
For a move. To make it even harder for Shadris to escape.
I don't think Shaders can escape at that point.
I guess he just put the Ishatox there so he can ice wall and protect Yami.
Yes, that's it. Well, you could have done it from there
good.
too. He could have done it from where he was at.
Yeah.
And he would.
Yeah, but he couldn't protect the rest of them too.
It protects all of everything.
It even protects the outsider here. So
that's funny. Everybody's in a line. It's like we just put our guys in lines because ice wall
Because ice wall.
or
Oh,
the
wind blast.
conga line.
Wind blast is going to be one damage, one whole damage from shades to the Yami.
That guarantees
But
like a +1 is game ender.
that
And it doesn't
that still
target
requires him
the target.
to yeah. And if Mouse has the ice wall, then an attack here is not going to do it.
We have Neliklunded range of a sinkhole pulling Iskatos out of the ice wall as well. If he is he playing sinkhole too? I know Mouse is.
Mm, I don't think he has sinkhole in his list. Yeah, I don't see a sinkhole. I do see Twister of Souls though, so if he has a Twister of Souls, that is a dead Yami.
Oh, because it doesn't target again. It's always doing the AoE. I think we
Yeah.
know it's just not the outsider, so you don't get retaliated.
Because again, we like our accuracy here at Skytear Sundays.
Oh, he's trying to hit Akla and so he's hitting Akla and Yami here. Might as well get some value hits.
Yeah, that's
Salva.
the value there is legit.
Print screen, call on a page.
Oh, why did Yami take 2 damage? Oh no, Yami only took 1. Yami only took 1.
Wind blast.
A second wind blast.
What? Really?
Does Kalibra have 3 wind blasts in his hand?
Really?
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure
Wow.
he used a wind. Yeah, he used a wind blast last round.
Okay, then he doesn't have
So he doesn't have 2.
He might have a twisters then or something. Maybe he was
He
just
would
doing as
have.
much
He
as
would
he
want to,
could.
right?
He can refract it, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He could refract it
Chasm.
on. Oh,
That's I guess that's fine.
a chasm wouldn't be terrible because again, Kalibra still has 4 cards in hand.
And he
Could
hasn't
very
taken
easily.
he hasn't taken any actions either. Oh, he took it back. I didn't think he played the chasm.
Yep, no, he didn't. He did reveal it though.
Twisters of Souls. Here he comes.
There's the Twister of Souls, and this comes
Really?
right, right. Come on, Mouse. Where is it?
You have to play it
Where
now
is
or
it?
you lose.
You revealed it. You revealed it. You gotta play it. I don't. Why is Kalibra constantly targeting the hex adjacent to Yami rather than Yami's hex?
Cause
Yeah, I think if
that's
he
two. That's two hexes away, right?
well no, because it pushes her.
Oh
Unless
no!
the AoE it just chooses where the AoE goes.
And here
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
there is a
You guys,
showdown.
Yep, that's showdown.
you guys wanna hop into this other booth and talk to the player? Tell you what, because we're on stream, I'm gonna hop in and I'm gonna tell them that we're getting ready to hop in, and that way they're not in the middle of talking when we all hop in.
Right
Does
on.
that sound good?
Yep,
Yep.
that's okay. That was very unexpected way to kill, right?
Yeah. He's like I guess he didn't have the ice wall though, like we thought. Um
Um,
but it was all non-targeted damage, so that was kind of interesting.
but
All right, we can just
he had a
head on in
charm.
there.
He had a charm. Why didn't he use it?
I'm trying to think is because where he's targeting, if he caught chasmed, from Isatosk, if he pushed, you could still rearrange the AoE to hit where the Yami would have been.
But
Because I don't think you actually place the AoE until you resolve the spell. But I'm not sure exactly. So I think there might have been a way that he could have got away from it,
I'm
maybe. I don't know.
let me take a look at Wind Blast on target hacks. Yeah. Yep. I really didn't get.
All right, well, you want to jump in there and we'll just talk to them, see what they think.
Okay, so let's go there.
Yep. Hey guys.
There we go.
Hello.
Congratulations, you guys, on a fantastic game. Well played. Kalibra, congratulations to you on the showdown win. The chasm reveal is what we figured would stop things. What Mouse? Why didn't you play the chasm?
Because it's only within 2 hexes, so the best place I could put it would be here. But then I can't push him far enough away from him, stopping him from targeting the cover hex.
Well, you push Yami.
Yeah, that's what I figured you would do.
Why didn't
Yeah, I guess I could have pushed Yami on into the dome and then ran at him.
I'm not sure if it mattered though, because when he targets the hex, wherever you push Yami into, he can just rearrange the AoE. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it mattered. That's what we were trying to figure out. Because I think he would have to target the actual hex Yami was in to rearrange the AoE so you could not chasm out of it at that point. But I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, he was targeting Yami's hex, so yes, he can place that template any way he wants, and it would still hit. So yeah.
Yep.
I kept wondering because it looked like he was pinging the hex adjacent to Yami, and I was like, that is not the optimal.
And then I changed my mind. Because I read Wind Blast, and it was written target hex, not within 2. I always think Wind Blast is within 2, so that was I was like confused. But then
originally he said same target hex, and then I showed him the chasm. He's like, I'm gonna put it there. I'm like, just put it in the same one. You still get me. So rather than change your mind and lose the game because of a technicality.
Makes sense.
Oh wow. So yeah, that's wow. So what do you guys think of the game mode? Tell me your thoughts. We'll start with Kalibra. Kalibra, what do you think of this game mode?
Well, first of all, like the preparation for the game was nice. Like thinking about the combos I could like pull off, that was the most fun part, Like, of course, playing the actual game is really fun, and it was a very nice game and fun and friendly, of course. But like to spend the week or the almost 2 weeks thinking about what combos can I pull off with this crazy format, that was really fun. But about the game, I was scared. I was really scared because lots of reds and greens, and this deck was how can I say that? I thought about it as a drain on turn 1 deck, as you could see on my list, because if I have one control objective, I could like trample and make him discard all his cards on all his 6 cards on turn 1 if I pull like the right combination of cards. I did some math, and I could draw like 25 cards on my first activation with the cantrips combo. But then no control objective was flipped. So okay, let's go to the aggro part of the deck, which is like lots of cantrips to draw cards and lots of damage with Sethru. And I did the math, and I can do like a double kill turn 1, like first activation with this deck with the perfect hand. But that's what I was aiming for, like an epic move or something like that. And the game was not as epic as I expected, but it was really fun.
It was
pretty epic.
Yeah, no, it was absolute. Like there were big splashy plays all over the place.
The nunchuck.
We were talking about how like 3 or 4 activations in, no one had played but 1 card, and we were like everyone was on the edge of their seats. Mouse, same question. What do you think of this? What do you think of this format?
I like the format. It's fun. I too did a little bit of testing. Kalibra is normally my test partner during the week, so when you announced him as my opponent, I'm like, oh, well, there goes that plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I liked the deck building aspect of it. My initial thought was to go with like just all 3 cost, splashy, spend 24 mana on turn 1. But I realized that's not really the best deck because you still need some flips and stuff to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I think it was when Kalibra pulled out the not so fast, I was sitting here thinking, oh, there's no condition removal in 3 drops. This is going to be interesting. Um, so Mass, uh, really quickly, I wanna ask you, what what was your thought process going into the deck building portion? We've kind of heard from Calibra, and I'm gonna go back to that here in a second. But I wanna ask, like, I want to know what your thought process was going into it. It almost looked like you went pretty standard red green, but I want to hear more.
Yeah, so most of it was red and green, mostly red, not as much green. I brought Ixatos in with a bunch of control cards, the Chasms, Sudden Distraction, Ice Walls, just in case, to move that stuff in. And Nelliclin is very powerful in this format since he can cast spells from any color. So he's kind of like my backup if I need to cast more blue cards. I did actually carry some condition removal, but most of it was on Miyuki, whom I did not bring. Along with, I actually played a couple of vendettas on her just in case, as far as applying conditions. My thought process on the deck was to build a deck that can achieve like double kills on turn 1, or Ixie Taxi to the top of the dome and play like a Blazing Edge, Lure, Dragon Punch, kill all 4 of his heroes on turn 1.
Nice.
If he splashed right around the Nexus, so.
Nice.
But it's got Reeves. Super fun card to kind of like do a teleport. And my red anti cards I did not see. I had this card would have saved me here if I would have drew one of my dodges. I could have jumped out of the way of all those wind blasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kept waiting for the counterplay card battles, and it was just like card after card after card. You guys, it was fantastic to watch. Just throwing this out there. This was absolutely a format I would love to see streamed more. It just very edge of your seat style play. Kalibra, I've asked Mouse about his deck building. I wanna ask you, like, you went into it kind of a little bit about your thought process on deck building. Can you speak, like, I don't know about these guys. It was kind of weird sitting down and seeing Kalibra open up with basically Nukton on your side of the field. And they mentioned Nelliclin. Nelliclin's basically an honorary Nukton, right? Like, we can all agree with that. So tell me a bit about your thought process going into deck building, and
All right, so
a little bit deeper.
all right, so Eric came to me and invited me to play this format. And then I thought, wow, nice. So unlimited mana, lots of damage. And then I thought, well, lots of damage if I can play cards. So if my opponent cannot play any cards since turn 1, well, so what's all the unlimited mana worth for? And then I thought, okay, I want to discard my opponent's whole hand on my first activation. And then I build a combo to do that with Nellicon. Because Nalaklan can skirmish Dreams of Taulet in a bush close to the enemy heroes, right? And then worship to cast magic from that pillar, and he wouldn't be a target for sinkholes or any counters, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yep.
can just like keep casting. Like the two cards that I was afraid of were Ice Wall and Topple, because Ice Wall can really counter my strategy, and Topple as well because it would destroy the pillar when I worship. So, and then I built this like beautiful, almost impossible combo that I spent a few hours on Tabletop Simulator just drawing, shuffling to see all the possibilities, you know, because you cannot actually do that on the website because you draw 20 cards or something. Okay, and then I thought, all right, but what if no control VCs flip? You know, I need an aggro version of this deck. And then I said, okay, so Accurate and Nalakling are the card drawer. Can I say that card? I draw lots of cards with them both.
Yes.
And then Setharu and Shadros would be like the killers for this deck. So Accurate and Nalakling are there to draw cards, and the other guys to either push really hard with Guide, Skytear, Drain, Trample, whatever. No, Trample is not anymore in this deck. And Shadros are there to kill really fast, you know. So, and I guess like in this game, I had a bit of an advantage because I could draw 3 more cards with my cantrips. And I drew 2 Wind Blasts last turn, you know, like something like that. So drawing cards in this format is very important because you have unlimited mana, but you need cards to make it like worth, you know. So that was my my thought process.
Yeah, I really liked your choice in heroes because they just all served multiple purposes. It felt like,
Yes,
and it was a very good choice to use Shadris as the showdown hero. It was kind of odd, but then it makes sense. You can like just self-sacrifice him if need be, or you can use them as push out of the dome because you do want to win that Scourge. And you can actually kill your heroes with Scourge too. So
yeah, actually, Chris, this idea, this deck is based on my current deck's idea, which is a less crazy version of it, of course. But with Shaders and Accurate, if I take the center hex inside the dome, I can easily push a hero outside the dome. So it's good for dome control, this combination. 2 pushers, and also like with Setharu, if I want to just skirmish, instead of placing a pillar like Nalakling, I can worship and place an illusion. I can also cast lots of magic from Shader's illusion right there in their nexus, you know? So like on my first activation in this format, I can do a lot of damage. And imagine if I have like Decree of Kurumu, Kurumu's Judgment.
yeah,
Two Kurumu's Judgment plus 2 Refracts with Setharu.
yeah, we were talking about that. I realized that once, because you mark everybody and then you just start hitting them for 4 each.
Yes,
that's crazy.
It's really good. It's like 16 damage on 3 or 2 heroes in my first activation or second activation. You know, it's a lot. So refract, I love refract, but you need to plan a bit around it. So in this deck, in this format, refract is really good. I like it a lot. You know. Mm-hmm. So refract saved my Shaders from a certain death. You know, from Ishitos. So every card in this deck has a purpose. Even the ice walls, of course. Every card they have like a purpose or even multiple purposes, like heightened senses. If I use swiftness and not so fast, it makes sense that I use this card because I want to put as many conditions as I want on my own hero, even slow, to be able to predict 3 and then draw the cards I really need. So. Okay, Eric. Okay, you can ban Overflow, Gathering Storm, and Nature Reclaims. I really don't care. I would do it. You know?
I have to update the ban list.
So that's what it was more like. Okay, so you're going to ban these cards. I really don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway.
I'll play these cards anyways. We'll just ban blue from the whole format. No blue anywhere. All right, awesome guys. Do you have any final thoughts or last comments? Starting with Kalibra. Any final thoughts?
Well, I just want to thank Mouse for playing and you guys for streaming and coming with this crazy format. I think it's very fun to play this format. Like I wouldn't mind a clash with this format at all. It's fun to build your deck, to see it and prepare for it. So I really recommend you guys try it sometime. Thanks for playing, Mouse. It was really fun.
Thank you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Mouse, any final comments from you?
Well, we did have that last minute, like late in the week, change to the flux to make it valuable. Originally, we were just going to call it, first player, but since you don't need an additional mana in unlimited mana, taking an extra action that you hadn't already taken, I did not test with that prior to, so I didn't know if I was going to use it for an extra action somewhere along the way. Turns out I probably should have moved my Exotus somewhere else, or drawn some of these other cards that would be my defensive cards. Might have changed the game, but it's a fun format, and the thought process is, we build decks designed to possibly kill on turn 1 or turn 2, and the first 2 test games that I played with it, it wasn't even over by turn 3 and 4.
Oh wow,
The same here. Same for me.
that's pretty.
counterplay.
It's really surprising given that this game was over on round 2.
Yeah,
So
Showdown.
even if you try to break Skytear, it's pretty well balanced.
Yeah, Showdown's
Yeah.
a fast win condition though. I've seen just even in regular Skytear, so because it's pretty dangerous. I did really enjoy one thing too, was that when you played that Soul Scream, I thought that you were gonna hit it, and then we saw the Shader's Ultimate, which I did not see coming.
That was an
good.
epic Shader's Ultimate.
Yeah,
That was
Yes.
perfect.
you'd never see that ever before because he's still in spawn, hasn't even done anything. Oh, I'm gonna ult. Like,
Yes, I really enjoyed the double lure from Akimo. That was brutal.
that was cool too. We were like, "Whoa, how much is this gonna deal?" Like, this is pretty. Like, we almost could have used Kikimo as the leader, but then yeah, it was Yami's a safer bet, right? So I think it was a good choice too.
After that move, I thought, okay, I run Akimo on my main list, so I'm gonna hope for a turn 4 because I want to copy Mouse. I want to do that. I want to do a double lure.
And you have his ultimate too that you could combo it with. So it's like,
But I don't have unlimited mana on turn 4 in a regular game. That's the
oh yeah,
maybe Mind Palace. Mind Palace could be cool.
Mind Palace, yes.
Yeah.
No more Mind Palace, please.
Yes.
All right, guys. I think we're about ready to wrap this one up. Rafa, do you want to take us away?
Yes, please. So, thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for coming. And thank you everyone for seeing this. We'll be back on next Sunday. See you guys.
Bye.
Say
See ya.
see you guys before I end stream. See you. Yoo-hoo. Say see you guys.
Oh, see ya.
See ya.
Everybody.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay, guys.